Hello everyone, welcome back to Smite in the Sewer. From you goes above, we're looking for Pagon here, baby. You're coming to party, you're gonna party in the grain. Sheepto gets put down for trade by Rat Milk.
Holy pentashell, Batman!
Porfa, mire atrás, es un feliz de horror. No puede ser, yo inmediatamente matado por parte de Well aún antes del partido empezó. Movimientos escuchado y acá está el apoyo. Ha reversado los ojos, ha reversado los miembros. Jisoo muerto, matanza por Belona. Y
F6.
dos miembros más puede ser F6. Ellos han tomado tus consejos, Pico.
F6.
Juan ha
¿Qué pasó
perdido.
Anubis lived again! What am I?
Get him! Some instigation there, but the spear wins this time around. Gets the double kill. Beautiful work by Hi-rez. Unfavorable odds. They take it in spades. Bologna trying to finish the job now. Chains and whips excite me, they say. That Gunger's Might does awful damage. The minions trying to participate. The bludgeon will not be juked, but they might be outranged. The Amanita, and now with renewed fighting spirit, they dive back in. Delayed triple kill. Hi-rez stays strong. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the quickness with Smite in the Sewer. Hi-rez in the ground. First blood. Wow, Tess, nice work. Just in time. I'm D-Lo. Joined here by Blaine.
To the pregame, the clock hasn't even started yet. What?
Yeah, I'm about to say, 30 seconds in the game, buddy. You sure about that one? Welcome to Smite 2 casting, all right? It's kooky out here.
Put out a bunch of damage, gathering around this Anubis, popping 5 shells. 5, Tilo, 5
Show him the sheet.
shells.
Show him the sheet.
It's time.
No,
Do this
Tess,
sheet.
bring it back. Tess, bring it back. We gotta show
Production,
them.
put me back in the sheet. I don't care
Bring it
about
back. Bring it back. Bring it
that's
back. Bring it
not
back.
relevant. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that.
Buy,
Look at that.
Buy right
Look
now.
at that.
Right
Profit.
now. Boom. You win. You literally win all the time. It's
Welcome, everybody, to Smite in the Sewer. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some hot action in the Smite Founders series between Garf's Goblins and Content Team 6. This is CashMoneyMorty. Don't get it twisted. We've got Tess working the knobs, cameras, and everything else. Thank you, Tess, for being here. And shout out Musi to my lovely friend here tonight. How are you, Moose?
Feeling pretty good, Morty. I'm pumped to get into the set between Garf's Goblins and Content Team 6. It's going to be totally sick. You see what I did there? We're already off to the good start with the puns. I'm on it today. That's how pumped I am.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Second
good. I
one
can't lie to
puns.
you. All right, so we're getting straight into this picks and bans phase. What do you think we're going to get off of the rip as far as bans? Who do they want to take away from Content Team 6, as well as them taking away from Garf's?
So, big bans right now is going to be Baron Samedi. We're going to want to take away something like an Amaterasu or a Loki. Fenrir is also another excellent god, but like Baron is going to be a god that is not going to see almost any games. Every game that he shows up in, it's just impossible to put him down. The heal, the slow immunity, the ult that's just constantly off cooldown. He utilizes a cooldown build so efficiently. It's just brutal. So take him off the board. We don't want to deal with that even remotely. The real spice is if we see a Zeus ban preemptively, because that god is on the rise. Holy cannoli. Zeus has the juice. So either get rid of him or pick him up because it's hot, baby. But a Fenrir ban is exactly what we expect as well. That god is just one of the best gods in the game because they can go anywhere. That's a support, that's a solo laner, that's a jungler. You have Ragnarok, the CC burn, so much damage between Brutalize and his leap. It's everything you want in every position he can play in.
Not surprised to see Fenrir off the board, because let's talk about the teams here. Let's talk about Garf's Goblins. We have Sunprod in the jungle, and this is a very known player. For those who are attached to the competitive community of Smite and Smite 2 now, Sunprod is a name that you most likely know, a household name, I would like to say. Has definitely done some huge things in the Founder Series already, the Coliseum of the Gods, multiple leagues as well. I mean, this is a known name. Sunprod now taking his talents to the Founder Series, and he's getting a little bit of respect just out of everywhere. Content Team 6 also has LDG Fish. For those who are familiar with the amateur Smite scene, definitely you know LDG Fish. This is a dangerous jungler. This is somebody you want to keep in check. So taking Fenrir away from his roster, that is a smart thing to do. Now, I've seen both of these players go for the Susano pick pretty early. I've seen Susano be a very, very reliable jungler pick for both of these. So wouldn't be surprised to see Susano down the line. Right now, first up, though, we have Amaterasu, the first pick That's a big one for sure. And Jingwei and Loki, those are both some popular ones also.
And Loki is again one of the strongest junglers in the game. He scales incredibly well until late game, and the god's ability to just look at somebody and say, "Hey, you, boop, you're dead. I kill you." It's just how it goes. So picking him up on your team is what you want. So giving that to LDG Fish is going to let him pop off in the late game. Mordred scooped up by Garf's Goblins here. Okay, so I like Mordred. He has a lot of solo lane pressure. He's got the bully. He utilizes items like Bluestone and Soul Reaver incredibly well. Glad Shield 2 saw some changes recently, so it's a viable pickup for him. But you also see him sometimes in like a bully support, additionally, like a jungler with a Boomba's Cudgel. So in the hands of Sunprod, I can see it more than likely, though, that's going to be Lord Garfield's pick. I would want to see probably a follow up like a Kukulkan because Mordred Alt is like a new age Naja alt for Smite 2. It has a lot of setup potential, and you cover a couple bases when you pick up a Kukulkan here because you also get to have some objective confirmed. So that's what I want to see. But locking in the Zeus makes me happy regardless because that is the spice. That character can go ADC, they can go mid, they can do it all. They put down so much damage. Chain Lightning recently got changed, adjusted. It's even better now. It bounces off of people in extra time. Bracer of the Abyss is an item in its pocket and he uses it so well. It's everything you want and more.
You mentioned Zeus mid, Zeus carry. We even saw Zeus support in the Brazil playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of spicy things you can do with Zeus, but regardless, I see on the side of Garf's Goblins, Amaterasu, Mordred, and Zeus. Those three gods alone have me worrying a little bit if I'm a member of Content Team 6. These are three gods that you do not want to mess with, that you want to shut down early. Athena and Hades might be part of the key ingredients in that formula. I think they might be able to shut down who Mordred could become. Zeus also, definitely Athena can keep somebody like that in check. She's able to block those basics and keep Zeus distracted with the taunt and a big shield in case Zeus decides to go in. Cernunos and Baron Samedi are going to finish the 5 for Garf's Goblins. And this is an interesting comp. I believe we're seeing Baron Samedi's support. Wow, this is kind of crazy.
So Garf's Goblins comp is incredibly flexible in that each of the gods that they're picking aren't limited to just one role. Even Cernunos can go mid, right? I think his best build right now is in that carry side of things because of the penetration change and Bracer of the Abyss being so strong for int scaling characters. It's it makes a lot of sense to put him in that duo carry lane. I'm really curious to see how Content Team 6 rounds out their team. I like what I'm seeing so far because there's a lot of counter engage and a lot of control between Athena and Hades. A Danzaburo offers them some objective shred as well as the CC between his ultimate and the taunt, throwing out the sake jug in the middle of a team fight can be destructive, but lest we forget, the taunt and to taunt combo between Athena and Danzaburo is a menace to deal with in the dual lane. It becomes incredibly difficult to deal with if you don't have Talisman of Purification or if you don't respect by beads. For a character like Cernunos who lacks the CC immune ultimate, it's especially difficult in that dual lane.
We're going to find out how difficult it's going to be as we dive right into the game. This is Morty, Musi, and Tess bringing you some Smite in the sewer action between Garf's Goblins and Content Team 6. Let's take a wild ride down. Alrighty, here we are. Game is getting started. A little bright over here, man. Let me put on some sunglasses real quick.
I got my sunscreen if you need some. It's like SPF 180, so we're totally set.
180, good lord. You allergic to the
Yeah.
sun or something, Musi?
I'm from like the northern part of Northern America. We need that, dude.
That's fair.
It's
That's fair.
brutal.
Well, take a look at some of these team comps. We've got Loki in the jungle over there for Content Team 6, which isn't a huge surprise, but I'm wondering how exactly Danzaburo fits into this along with the Jingwei.
So, Danzaburo flexing in that solo lane. Okay, so I can see this working. If you are able to give a character like Danzaburo time and space to farm out, they're going to find some success into the late game. They'll have the safety they need to farm for their late game items, and then just showing up to burn objectives, you know, a Pyromancer or a Fire Giant. I see it. I worry, however, laning against a Mordred, Danzaburo can't really interact with them too much, because if they get too close, it's going to be in a bit of trouble.
Wait a gosh darn minute. That's a wave steal, and you weren't able to secure the camp, but you still get to deny a whole wave. That's actually kind of smart. That's really smart. That is crazy to see.
Some early pressure into that duo side, showing that Garf's Goblins got a lot of gumption to go. You know, they've been eating their lasagna, right? They got their Wheaties, they drink their water in the morning. Having some early pressure on that dual lane is going to let them have the first bite at the speed camp and help confirm their own camps there. So I'm excited to see that. This Amaterasu in the jungle versus Loki, though, is kind of the focus for me this game. We talked a little bit about both of the junglers for Garf's Goblins and Content Team 6, these powerhouses that are clashing against each other. So the jungle v jungle clash, as it were. Bit of a scuffle here.
Bit of a scuffle on this purple buff here. Nothing too crazy. They're kind of just swinging around left and right, but we do see Loki approaching the area, getting some good damage off. He's going to grab first blood on Kill Cam Kenny, and that health bar disappeared quick thanks to the Loki who just showed up. Diplomat barely able to get back under that tier 1 tower and hang out, but Sunprod's going to get a kill of his own, a bit of revenge for his fallen teammate. Sununos get a little bit of damage out there, looking to chase him down. Might be able to get that last bit off. The dash comes out, but does not. Oh, it does secure the kill. Jingwei is going to fall to the hands of Sunprod. It's a very low health Kara on the other side. Athena having to rotate back, but lurking around the corner. You better be very careful here, friend. Reinforcements are on the way in the form of Baron Sabity, and Kill Cam Kenny's going to be grabbing a kill. Oh, man, 3 bodies down for Content Team 6. Garf's Goblins already got 3 kills on the board, and that's one way to get things started.
That little scuffle around the purple buff there ended in disaster for Content Team 6. That early pressure from Amaterasu, Bumba's Cudgel giving her a lot of damage just by firing off the mirror and hitting a dash, followed up with the auto, shreds people. And Amaterasu feels very strong at all stages of the game. So giving her that initial lead to go with the fact that she already feels good, that's not good if you're a fan of Content Team 6. I'm excited to see what Sunprod is going to be able to do with this lead. Maybe put some pressure onto mid. Wouldn't be surprised if he double dips into duo. There's a lot of possibilities here.
He's going to need a bit of help in the middle lane. Zeus ult comes out, backing him up just a little bit. Enough to get him out alive, at least. Hades is still maybe looking to pounce, kind of just hanging out, a little bit of an awkward standoff. But that was a very low health Sunprod at one point. And take a look at how that healing is benefiting him now. He's over half already. He's going to go right back to farming. You want to maintain that lead that you have. You want to maintain the fact that, hey, I just grabbed 2 kills and an assist. Loki looking to shut that lead down early, maybe looking to grab an early pick. He's going to not be able to secure that buff. Ultimate comes out from Amaterasu, looking to lock down that Loki, followed by the Mordred from downtown, and Garfield, good friend of Sunprod, helping his friend out, saying, hey, I'll get you out of that sticky situation, friendo. Let me grab a kill while I'm in the neighborhood.
My man had a clean wipe to just say, nah, stick be gone. Just gonna go ahead and charge in there and clean house, as it were. The level 5 difference coming in clutch at that red buff. Unfortunate time to be the Loki, confirming that red buff was kind of the difference between life or death for Sunprod. But now you have to deal with the shaking mental of, dude, that was the moment to take him down, and I died. That's rough for this Loki who's already sitting at 0-2. We're not even like 5 minutes in. There's so much going on. Speed steals from Garf's Goblins, putting more pressure onto this dual lane. And Lord Garfield himself picking up that kill with the Loki means that he's going to have another leg up over Danzaburo.
I'd be looking to get another leg up, but Jing Wei is going to ult under that tier 1 tower, playing a little safe up against the mines of Baron Samedi and CERN, putting some big pressure on him, but he's going to be able to get back. Athena ulting over just for a bit of safety. We do not want our carry dived, if you're a member of Content Team 6. But I don't think they're going to be diving. A comp like CERN and Baron, they're looking to poke, whittle, poke down until Baron has that ultimate alive, and then we gets you out of position with this amazing vortex from Life of the Party, and then we take advantage of you from there. That's kind of how it goes.
And they can do it so well. They have so much range on their side as opposed to the Athena Jingwei, who kind of needs to be kind of up and in their business, right? So the ability to just say, hey, take 10%, take 10%. Oh, we're going to heal too. We have a lot of sustain with a Baron Samedi. No big deal. And even more sustain for the Cernunos picking up that Warrior's Axe early. So I like Warrior's Axe on these duo carries because it gives them a lot of tankiness to survive these jungle ganks that they deal with in lane. And late game, it gives them a little bit of extra burst on that Bramble Blast, on that Wild Hunt, even on the dash. You know, once every 10 seconds after they level that up, puts out a lot of damage and lets you just live through anything that the assassin might be able to do. It's a good item at every stage of the game for them.
Bit of a skirmish unfolding here in the middle lane as Zeus is caught out by that Hades ultimate. He's able to get some damage off and putting Content Team 6 on the retreat. Athena and Hades want nothing to do with that Zeus, and I cannot blame him because he is hitting hard. Bit of action happening over here in the solo lane as well. Lord Garfield looking to maybe get a kill in, but I think it's going to be a bit of a solo standoff as many of us are used to. Musi, take a look at the situation we're in here. 4 kills for Garf's Goblins and 1 for Content Team 6. How does Garf's Goblins go from this small lead advantage, you know, just a couple extra kills on the board, to a full-blown snowball? How do they continue from that point? Maybe a kill over here in the duo lane. That could be the way to go. Life of the Party is going to get Daichi out of position, and Sunprod's going to grab another kill, now 3-0, but they're looking to put an end to that as Content Team 6 on the push. You can see Garf's Goblins on the retreat, but Sunprod's going to get a kill on LDG Fish. Jingwei on the retreat, retreating back to that tier 1 tower. Hades doing the same, and Garf's Goblins walking away with a couple kills and some XP from those camps in pocket. That is how they continue it. Answer, it came alive in front of our eyes. I was curious, I was questioning, wondering how Musi could analyze the situation, and there it is, right before us.
Garf's Goblins kind of beat me to the punch there. They're like, they're listening. They know. They're like, actually, Mort, we know exactly how it's done. Let's show you. And an early Gold Fury means that they're going to have that gold lead, and they're going to get out of base a little bit faster. It's going to put even more pressure on the map, help match gods like Athena who have that global presence. If you're able to rotate a little bit faster out of base, helps you keep up with her, keep her down, stop her from getting into the late game. What I want to see from Garf's Goblins at this point is to take this lead that they found so early in the game and really just pound it home. I'm talking as many objectives as feasibly possible, as frequently as possible. Once Pyro goes up, I want people going in on it, like Hades going in on the Zeus.
Zeus getting caught off guard thanks to the Hades ultimate, followed by Athena taunt, barely showing up thanks to Defender of Olympus. Gonna grab a kill on Des, falling back to the base, enjoy a bit of grayscale, come back here in a little bit and retry things. Donsboro ult comes out, locking Mordred in a hard position. He's going to grab a kill on Fish before he falls. That's an eye for an eye in the solo lane. Shout out Indigo to making sure that he does not fall as well. Otherwise, that would be bad news for Content Team 6. But eye for an eye, not too bad. That's just how these things go. I mean, you defended yourself against a big gank from Fish. So shout out to Garfield. That was a great way to manage things.
Shout out Mystical Mail in that moment. That was the key factor for taking out that Loki. That was the finishing blow for LDG Fish, just sticking around a little too long, trying to get a little too much off of this. Mordred cost him the ultimate price. This damage coming out in middle lane as Des picks up a kill onto Hades. Garf's Goblins keeping it real and fresh, just pushing this lead however they can, which is what I want for them. I love it so much. Keep this mid laner down into the dirt. Hades struggles so much from behind because he has to go in order to get his damage off. So if he goes in and doesn't have the damage available because he's behind, cool, just kill him. That's what you want. Sunprod get a little cheeky, taking some back camps, not afraid of the world now that they've got their Chronos Pendant online. It means their dash is up so much more often, as well as the stance change.
Looking for a bit of a dazzling offense under the tier 1 tower. Danzaburo is going to be running for his life, but he doesn't have much way to go. He's going to fall to the afterlife. Loki looking to dive in and maybe grab a kill in revenge. As Sunprod's a little low on health, but the silencing strike coming in from Amaterasu going to be chasing Loki. Loki is on the run. Is he going to make it out? He's not going to be able to ult over that wall. This fish is going to fall to Mordred. And 2 kills, 2 more on the board for Garf's Goblins. We are 10 minutes in, 10 for Garf's Goblins and 3 for Content Team 6 with a 6K gold lead to follow that. And man, they're getting things started in a big way here.
Unfortunate for that Loki, an early pickup of Talisman of Purification from Lord Garfield essentially negates Loki ult, which is such a useful tool early on in the game, especially for characters that don't have their ultimates available. And the Drunk Diplomat is the only character for Garf's Goblins that has beads.
Is it going to be Mordred. Just one? Look at Mordred coming in like a freight train on the railroad track. He's going to take Hades up into the air and knock him down with a hard landing. Zeus going to grab another kill, and that's a killing spree for Garf's Goblins.
Zeus has got that Staff of Mirrodin online, which means that when he lightning strikes, it'll strike twice, baby. It's more likely than you think. Garf's Goblins taking this lead and just going crazy with it. Gold Fury respawning soon. Likely to see a rotation from Garf's Goblins almost as soon as it spawns. I would be surprised if they didn't. You could see them kind of moving in the area to secure it. Content Team 6 needs to start putting up a fight, a meaningful fight, if they want to try to slow down this roll. It's going to be tough, though, with Sunprod and with Dest as far ahead as they are.
They're putting some big pressure off zoning. That's 2 bodies securing that Fury and 2 more, making sure that nobody from Content Team 6 stands a chance as far as stealing. And that's going to be a big factor going into the middle and late game parts. Content Team 6 do not have the lead by any means. They're not going to be snatching objectives on their own. They need to rely on stealing, and that's a big part of the game. So how does Content Team 6 go about these objective fights, and how do they get some more objectives under their names?
It's going to be hard to steal something away from a character like Zeus who can just press 3 and say, okay, I did my instant damage to this objective. I hope you were able to do yours because I can just certainly confirm mine. I would maybe want to see Danzaburo rotate. Maybe a Sunder is what we need to see here. An Athena ult, maybe help out your Jingwei.
Look at this, Cernuno's in a rough situation, having to retreat back to that Cold Fury, but these bodies are not letting up. Content Team 6 grabbing and holding on to whatever scraps they can get their hands on. That's a kill for Content Team 6. Drunk Diplomat, a little too intoxicated, ended up stepping off the road there, and he got pulled over by Officer Content.
Officer Content, what a menace. And it goes to show that Content Team 6, they're not slouching by any means. It's not like they're getting rolled over because they're bad. That's not even close to what's going on. They are looking for any opportunity they can get. It's just very difficult to thread that needle. But catching out Drunk Diplomat there, finding those moments where you can get the small victories, that's how you make it to the late game, and that's where Content Team 6 can really stabilize this game. You have Loki, you have Jingwei, Danzaburo. These are characters that want to hit level 20 and finish their items because they are so powerful once they get there.
Bit of a skirmish starting over here by the Fire Giant pit. Not up yet, but the bodies don't care. They're looking to fight anyway. 3-on-3 with 4 on the way for Content Team 6, but that's a very low health. Let me shine. Hades, he's going to have to run back to the base. Zeph's going to grab a kill on Drunk Diplomat on the other side of the map, but that doesn't stop the skirmish in the Fire Giant pit from going. Chase all the way down to the tier 2 tower. Sunprod's going to grab a kill on that Athena, and the other 2 bodies are going back to that tier 2. They do not want a piece of Garf's Goblins because look at how our teammates just got handled. We don't want that to be us. We're going to go back, get a little bit of health in our pockets as well as some more items, spend that gold we've been holding on to, and hope for a better advantage in the future because right now Garf's Goblins are running things.
Pyromancer picked up for Garf's Goblins, giving them a runic bomb. Exactly what you want when you want to start pushing these tier 2 towers that are becoming available, especially in that mid lane. But Content Team 6, I see their road to coming back, and it lies with Zeep nailing that 1v1 against Drunk Diplomat. Shows the weakness in Garf's Goblins that Content Team 6 can exploit. It's going to come from that dual lane. It's going to come from trying to take down Drunk Diplomat. The rest of Content Team 6 just needs to hold on until their Jingwei is able to get online. Meanwhile, I would fully expect Sunprod or Killcam Kenny to make a guest appearance over there in the dual lane to smack Zeep down to size and make sure that Drunk Diplomat is able to ride free and get to the late game with the rest of his team. We're seeing some pretty significant power spikes coming from both sides of the team here. Killcam Kenny finishing up another Talisman of Purification for Garf's Goblins, which shuts down Athena. It makes Hades a little less effective. You have Indigo on the Stanzaburo, not going to find as much success because we're just CC immunity every big ultimate that they have. You could look at LDG Fish looking for something in this duel lane.
Lurking around the corner, Loki doing what he does best. Athena charging in, but using that Circus Hex Zone to get you out of harm's way. Interesting pickup there, Baron, and it's definitely helping you out here. Starting having to run back to that tier 1 tower that doesn't even exist anymore. Sunprod's gonna grab a kill on the other side of the map, and things are unfolding here in the duo lane. Life of the party comes out, getting some good damage off, but you can't CC. What is CC immune? Danzaburo ulting in, gonna get some good damage off, but he's gonna get caught out by that Mordred ultimate, sending up into the air and then having him land with a crash landing. Indigo is gonna fall to the hands of Lord Garfield and the rest of the Goblins. Ultimate coming out over in the side of the map, as well as Des is gonna get a kill on Zeep. That is 4 bodies down for Content Team 6. And man, oh man, another team fight under their names. They are operating as a unit, a 5-man death wall that cannot be stopped by any member or all 5 of that case by Content Team 6.
Garf's Goblins cooking up some spicy builds here. We see Baron isn't the only one with that Circe's Hexstone. Zeus has got it too, which is a great tool for a character that lacks a lot of mobility, really relies off of his second ability to give him the movement speed to get out of situations where he's potentially caught out. The Circe's Headstone giving you CC immunity, but more notably than that, 60 protections while you are polymorphed into the boar. That's, in Smite 2 terms, that's like an item and a half, right? Spirit Robe gives you 40 of each. This gives you 60 while you're CC immune, while you are in that polymorph, and you get some damage off as well. Great items for characters like Baron and Zeus, who, like I said, don't have dashes, so hey, dash at them when you're a boar. Just go nuts, go hog wild, if you will. If you are Garf's Goblins, you can see.
Will you remain a pig or will you be turned into raw pork? That is a question with Content Team 6. And I do like the idea of, yeah, I mean, I've got a dash now in my kit. I've got something that I can utilize whenever. But Cernunos does not have that. He is just naturally a hog. Wild Hunt comes out, going to get a stun as well, and Sunprod following up from around the corner, going to grab a kill. Jingwei having to utilize that ultimate to get out of harm's way, but you're going to be met in the face with a storm. Zeus lurking around the corner, Jingwei dashing out. Here comes that Circus Hex Zone. You just mentioned it. It's not just for defense, it's for offense as well. Des is going to chase down that Jingwei. Hades sitting under that tier 1 tower. He's not going to be able to handle the pressure coming in from Garf's Goblins. That is a tower down, as well as a couple bodies to add on top. They're looking for a big push here past that tier 2 tower.
Zeus is level 20, 5 levels ahead of this Hades. Everybody on Garf's Goblins is massive at this point. And where is Content Team 6 to defend this left side Phoenix? I see Athena. Where's everyone else? She dies here, Mort. There's no escape from Sunprod and the rest of Garf's Goblins. They're eating them up. It's dinner time, baby. LDG Fish maybe finds a tier 1 mid tower to try to level the playing field, but not enough. Not worth the left side Phoenix, surely. And Fire Giant is available for Garf's Goblins. You can see them trying to find LDG Fish, and if they don't find him, they'll definitely find that FG.
He's gonna have to ult out, but Mordred sees that high health body. Still on the chase. Mordred does not make it. Loki's gonna get back to the tower just in time, and Garf's Goblins might be looking for that Fire Giant as we speak. Pyromancer is going to fall first, but they could just easily turn over, and next door, right in the neighborhood, is that Fire Giant. Instead, they're going to lurk around and maybe look for another pick. So how does Content Team 6 treat this situation? Do they contest at the fire? Do they push in other areas? Do they just ready for a defense? How do they come back from the lead that Garf Goblins has developed?
In this situation, you gotta let this first one go. You'll let this first FG go. You try to bunker down. You're not going to be able to defend any of those towers realistically with as far ahead that Garf's Goblins is. You gotta hunker down around your birds. The next Fire Giant, though, if they're able to live through this push, that's when you're gonna make your strike back. I always like to say that when it comes to late game FGs, you can't just let the enemy team keep taking them. At some point, you have to take the fight to them, especially if they're able to put easy pressure onto this Phoenix. If they take this Phoenix, God forbid, then you got to take the fight to them if you're not willing to defend. Because at this point, all you're doing is just letting it happen. You got to put up a fight.
They might be looking to put up a fight, but that Phoenix is going to fall before they can even get their fists up, getting chased under into the Titan room. 5 hungry members of Garf's Goblins on the hunt, and they're looking to feast on some Content Team 6. As Daichi's going to fall, Zeus is going to grab a kill. That is one body down. Jing Wei split pushing on the other side. They don't have much defense for this Titan. Zeus ult comes out. There is the Talisman of Purification. Hades looking to lock some bodies down. He's getting some good damage off, but he's not able to secure the defense as Garf's Goblins are going to take game 1 of the set.
That was gnarly. They burned that Titan like no one was there, and not a lot of people were there. Jing Wei notably absent, like you said. Where was Content Team 6 for the defense there? Garf's Goblins kind of walked in, took the cake, walk out. Like, what are we cooking? Cooking up a big game 1 W for Garf's Goblins.
Lee G. Willikers. That is a crazy one for sure. I mean, we saw some fight, and they went for resources as they could. But over time, Sun Prod and the rest of the Goblins were able to develop this lead that kept continuing to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And it became so much that Content Team 6 couldn't stop it. It was bound to destroy everything in its path. And that's exactly what it did. Take a look at the results right here. Wow, 14 assists and then under the name of Kill Cam Kenny. No doubt getting some good CC off, as well as that healing that Baron is known for. What a massive, very valuable asset for Garf's Goblins. Not to mention the 8-1 deaths with the Zeus pick. I mean, we saw that one coming from a mile away, but even Amaterasu Jungle. Look, I knew that Sunprod was a dog, but I didn't know that he was going to be able to bust out the Amaterasu Jungle. Unkillable. No deaths under record. I mean, that is a performance if I've ever seen one.
Well, and what are you supposed to do about it? Chronos Pendant and Gem of Focus. You have so much cooldown and movement speed. You switch to speed stance, you dash away, you're gone. It's just, so there they go. You're not catching them. It's just a dust trail. Meet me, buddy. I'll catch you later. So I would expect Content Team 6 going forward in the next game. Let's take one of those characters off the board. All right, we got to ban Amo. We got to ban Zeus. Baron Samdi. Maybe we put up with the Fenrir. Maybe we put up with the Yamoja. That's the trade-off here, because clearly you cannot give Garf Goblins these picks. What a monster draft. And they played it so well. Content Team 6, not out of this just yet. We saw that they have the gumption. They have the fighting ability to know when to go in. They just got to find their moment over in game 2.
And game 2, we go. We're going to take a quick break before we go, though. So, any pee breaks, any popcorn breaks, anything else that you need to get out of the way, let's go ahead and get that rolling. We're going to take a short break ourselves before we move into game 2. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome everybody back to Smite in the Sewer, where we're looking at some Founder Series action between Content Team 6 and Garf's Goblins. This is CashMoneyMorty, Tess, and Musi working tonight. And tell me, Musi, what exactly went down in game 1 of the set?
We saw some nastiness from Garf's Goblins, who drafted themselves a ridiculously strong comp, and they piloted it just about as well as someone can. Just finding an early kill in that dual lane. There was that sleazy start. They took that first lane on that left side, the minion wave, to find some early pressure, get a good gank from Sunprod, to the moon. We took it all the way to the Titan, and a very swift end after the first FG of the game up that right side just kind of sealed the deal for Content Team 6. And I'm liking the fact that already, Morty, we're taking Amaterasu off the board. That's what I wanted to see. Respect the fact that Sunprod was a menace on that god 9-0. Didn't die even once. Garf's Goblins opting to take away Fenrir, the jack of all trades, in Smite 2. Content Team 6, I want to see them prioritize some gods here. I want to see maybe take away the Zeus, a Cernunos, characters that you know Garf's Goblins is able to utilize well. There it is, baby. That's right. We're learning up in here. Take that away. Don't give nothing to them.
Here's the problem with taking away, well, here's the good thing about taking away Amaterasu from Garf's Goblins, because now you're taking away a support, you're taking away a potential solo laner or a jungler. Now, the bad part about that is this isn't where Sunprod's skills stop. Sunprod is known for the Thanatos, the Susano, the Loki. He's got the God pool. He's not limited to just the Amaterasu. Sure, it's great. It's fine. It does a lot of good things for your team, but so can Thanatos, so can Susano, and the team can work around that. Their first pick for Garf's Goblins is the Yamoja, which is a good one for sure. I like this, but why do I like this, Musi? What does Yamoja bring to the table that other supports don't?
So Yamoja has a lot to offer in the ways of CC and space control. She can launch herself, her allies towards opponents. She can launch her opponents towards herself or allies, as well as cutting people off with the river walls. Additionally, the slept on Yamoja fact is if you stand in the center of the moon strike, you get basic attack speed and basic attack damage, which makes her extremely good for shredding objectives. Yamoja is another one of those do-it-all kind of supports. She can be offensive, she can be defensive, and she excels at controlling team fights. Having a Mordred to follow up with there to slice and dice people and toss them up, I like that follow-up. Content Team 6 over here, you mentioned Susano for Sunprod. Take him off the board as well. It looks like Content Team 6 really just wants to take away as many options as they can from Garf's Goblins jungler.
Content Team 6 have picked up so far Zeus, Jingwei, and Susano. Those three gods alone, I'm a little worried. These team fights, should they make it there, will go crazy. They will do phenomenal things. But here's the problem. They need to get there first. They need to make their way to the 20-25 minute mark where they can start contesting dragons, or they can contest whatever else, Gold Fury, Fire Giant. They need to start contesting all of these things. And that's what's going to make things work for Content Team 6. But they need to make it there. So how do they challenge the early game prowess that Garf's Goblins can pull off?
You lock in Thanatos. Early game prowess, I mean, Death Scythe to the face. Good night. It's bedtime. Shoo! That's what I'm talking about. You got Hovering Death as well to execute low health gods, which you have a Yamoja, a Mordred, the Anubis lock. It's going to be easy to put people in those situations. And Zeus doesn't have a lot of mobility, unless, of course, you're building the Circe's Hexstone like we saw last game. That gives you movement tools. But I want Sunprod to just stand above Zeus and be like, hey, just scythe to the face, scythe across the side, go crazy with it. I want to, if they pick up a Cernunos here for Garf's Goblins, their comp is looking pretty good.
Wow, Cernunos, there it is. So Hades, the final lock-in for Content Team 6 starting to follow. We've got some scary teams right here. I mean, Zeus, Susano, Jingwei, Athena. There's a lot of AoE, a lot of team fight, a lot of big area, big damage. If you be here, you die there. That's kind of what Content Team 6 is going for. But on the opposite end of things, Garf Goblins, they hit things early last game. They got the snowball started not necessarily slowly but surely. I mean, it took about 8 to 10 minutes to really get a bunch of kills under their name, but once they got there, and I feel like that's what they're going for. Mordred, who's known to be a pretty good solo laner. Thanatos, as soon as he hits 5, I mean, he's going to be grabbing kills. Yamoja, as soon as she gets all 3 abilities ready, I mean, she's going to be hitting hard early. She's going to be putting out good base damage and setting up kills very well. So there's a lot to be afraid of if you're Content Team 6, especially in the early parts of the game. But should they make it to the 20-25 minute mark, objective play and everything else catching bodies off guard, I think Content Team 6 have a very, very good fight here.
Yes. They have so much follow-up and a lot of counter-engage, which is good into the Garf's Goblins comp with Hovering Death from Thanatos and the initiation from Mordred. Being able to Hades ult and Zeus ult on top of yourself, you said it, Mort. Big AoE damage, you stand here, you die. And if you rush in to stand there, you're gonna die. So I want to see Garf's Goblins play the push and pull game a little bit here if they want to find a victory against the team comp from Content Team 6. Don't all pile in all at the same time. Try to bait a couple ultimates before you fully commit to a fight. We gotta see Hades use his ult. We gotta see Susano use their ult. Get the Zeus ult out of the way. At least one of those before you decide to just jump into the mix and get crazy with it. That's what they gotta do. If they don't do that, it's gonna be tough fights because Anubis can't run away. Cernunnos has got the 1 dash. Mordred has his little, So getting away after you engage, it's tough business. You will find yourself between a rock and a raging tornado, and it's no bueno for anybody involved.
What does Mordred have?
The little
Everybody
that's
needs one.
patented. Yep.
Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and dive into the game here. Enough theoretical talk, enough practical analysis and everything else. Let's take a look at the action right here in front of us. All right, diving on in. This is the last chance qualifiers of the Founders Series between Content Team 6 and Garf's Goblins. We are about to see some action here, and I am very excited to see what Content Team 6 is going to be bringing to the table this time. We know Garf's Goblins. We know the legacy that they're creating so early here on the Smite 2 scene, but Content Team 6 have some big things to prove, and how exactly do they go about doing that, Musi?
So Susano's got to get active pretty early on. Wherever Thanatos is, Susano should not be, and try to put some pressure on the opposite side of the map. Contesting that Thanatos early on is a difficult task because Death Scythe hits so hard. So why not just try to pick on a lane where they're not? Maybe dual lane, right? You can yoink that Cernunnos with the suck there. And take him down. I'm sweating here. What is happening? What are we doing?
Whoa! Oh my goodness, Jingwei almost not making it out. 100 health to her name. She's barely gonna make it to that jungle. Cernunnos and Yamoja on the aggression here. They are on the offense, looking to invade and grab the purple buff from their hands. But you got to be careful. Jingwei, she's already back. She can fly. I don't know if y'all knew that, but Jingwei can fly out of base and she can go immediately back to fighting again. This time, full health, maybe with a couple more potions in pocket. Bit of a fight for this purple buff, and this could very well decide how the lane goes from there. I mean, how they go about this and who's going to grab the XP and the buff early on. It could control the laning phase. Yamoja doing a great job, as well as the Cern getting some good damage off, but Yamoja's getting chipped away at. She's a little bit low on health herself. She's on the run. Cern getting some good damage off as this skirmish continues. Here, this purple buff, a couple half health bodies, good damage coming in from the Athena. But Athena might be a little bit too far out. This is a... We're just slinging
My
basic
junglers!
here. Where are you, Susano? I need help. It's been like the minute. Why are you not here right now?
It's not dead!
It's so low. Go back.
The Jigway's alive! Mort!
Oh my god. It was so close. It was so
They got
close. They got it. I mean, the invade was worth. The invade was definitely worth. They were able to get the XP. No kills suffered, but you know, it's a little XP in your pocket, and it was a bit of a hectic moment, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It paid off well, and that's the important part of it.
Shoutouts being level 1, you know, almost 2 minutes into the game. Oh, there they go. Dual lane of Garf Goblins hits level 2. The dream's alive, here to stay. Content Team 6 following up. That was ridiculous. Where I wondered the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, Sunprod shows up here, right? Or oh no. LDG Fish is gonna like swoop in. Nah, we're busy, fam. We got stuff to take care of. You fight your own fight. Putting some initial pressure on this dual lane. Jingwei in a bit of trouble too.
A good lockdown. It might be. It definitely is a death for Zeep. That's a good kill from the CERN. Athena's barely making it back to that tier 1 tower, but there's a bit of skirmishing happening in the middle lane as well. Detonate barely does not kill that Anubis. The beats comes out. Zeus is on the retreat. So is the Susano. They do not want a piece of those mid laners. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's action all over the map right now.
I'm surprised LDG Fish doesn't turn around and just kill Anubis there. He's so focused on trying to keep Thanol off of his Zeus. Anubis, who is on death's door maybe a second ago, is now healthy enough to just go back to farming in his lane. Shoutouts Anubis passive, the Bancroft's Titan, the Bancroft's talent that we have at home. It's like, Mom, can we get the... No. We have Kirkland brand Bancrofts, and it hits. We are Costco guys out here. Anubis might be in a bit of trouble in this mid lane.
I mean, there's no way getting out of that one. That is a rough one for sure. You got a very angry Zeus, Athena on the chase. Wait a minute. Did I just hurt myself? I did. Myself. There was no way. Anubis was dead to rights. That had to be a throw. There was no way. Athena's still in the area. A little bit low on health, but the taunt comes out, followed by the damage from Fish. That's going to be an eye for an eye. Sunprod falls. Knocking on Death's door. And you're going to be grounded to your room for a little bit, says Daddy Death. Thanatos, you didn't get the job done. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Tried to get up there in that ult. Had level 5 available, but put it off just a little too much. You don't have those health levels you get from the mid to the late game. You don't need too much to put down early level characters. But, geez Louise, man. We're already seeing that aggression from last game. Garf's Goblins has that mentality of, we're gonna run at you, dude. We're gonna run at you. We're gonna kick your butt. What are you gonna do about it? But now Content Team 6 is like, well, we're not 10k gold behind this time, so we're gonna kill you. And kill they will. Even as Garf's Goblins taking away that purple buff, you could see LDG Fish and Daichi trying to maybe position themselves around. They're looking for opportunities, and I think Anubis is going to be the big one.
Anubis could be a big opportunity for sure. He doesn't have any dashes unless we see that Circus Hexstone back. Zeus ultimate comes out. Death Gaze to follow. Might be looking to melt that health bar on Zeus, but he's not going to be able to pull it off. Bit of action happening over here in the duo lane as well. Wild Hunt does not secure the kill, but almost does on this Jingwei here in the duo, and there's action still unfolding by the middle lane. Over in the solo lane as well, Indigo is going to be chasing down that body, followed up by the defender of Olympus, Athena on the run. Mordred almost getting connection there, but the ultimate does not connect. Mordred back to the tier 1 tower. Athena and Hades are on the loose. Maybe looking to dive here. This could be your opportunity. It's now or never. I think they're deciding on never. Bit of action happening in the duo lane as well. Susano invading, but Thanatos from the skies. Sunprod's going to be looking to take LDG Fish off of the map, but the ultimate comes out. Blink from Sunprod, and that's a dead fish in the water. Jingwei is under some pressure as well. Sunprod's going to grab a kill there as well, and that's 2 more kills for the pockets of Sunprod. And we've seen this one before, Musi. This is not a new episode. This is a flashback. I'm getting some recalls here on exactly how game 1 was played out. And I think Garf's Goblins are looking to begin that snowball yet again with the Gold Fury in their pockets.
Gold Fury is going to be a deciding factor in whether or not you get to snowball away with this early towards that mid game, getting out of the base a little bit faster, a little gold in your pockets. Your 3-1 Sanitos finishing up a Jotun's Revenge to have their abilities on more frequently. You get a kill. Your Scythe is back to swoop in for that double kill. It's going to be tough. Anubis going to get picked off in this mid lane, trading ults.
Oh, no,
Zeus.
Dest.
It just isn't able to finish it. The mid lane is where Content Team 6 might be able to find some success here. Anubis 0-2 at this point. The weak link for Garf's Goblins, at least right now. Daichi in a bit of trouble here. Here's Sunprod.
Sunprod showing up. He's going to be looking to the skies. He does not want to dive onto that tower. Instead, he's going to use that hovering ability to get back to the tier 2. And he's going to go back to base because he does not want a piece of Content Team 6 right now. I might be in the lead, but everybody must know their limits. Must they be tested? Emoja getting some good CC off there, putting Athena in a bit of a weird position. She does have follow-up around the corner, and this could be a dead Athena. Defender of Olympus comes out, but it's not going to get her out of harm's way. That's going to be a dead Zeus as well. Des finally get a bit of comeback here, looking to get this thing started in the middle lane, trying to follow up with the rest of the team, saying, hey, whatever y'all can do, I can do better. A couple more kills in pocket for Des.
Dest on the board for Garf's Goblins. Finally, no longer living that 0-2 life. Immediately, they heard me say it. They were like, I'm the weak link. No, man, no. Hold on. Check this out. Yamoja! Crease their Nikes! They just take them out. So, now that the Anubis is on the board, and now that they got some items finished up, you can see their lifesteal starting to get online. It's going to be even harder to kill them over in the left side. Kill Cam Kenny gets the last hit, but you know for a fact Des was looking for it. Garf's Goblins try to find every kill on the board. LGG Fish, do you want to defend that speed buff? We're going to find out. Dude, watch him, Mort. Here it comes. I bet you. Staring contest.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Do you think he knows? Does he a knower?
Does
he know this?
Does he know?
He doesn't know this.
Oh,
He
no.
absolutely does not know this. Fish might be cooked here, dashing out. Oh, he might be getting out of harm's way, but the Thanatos ult comes out. He's not going to use it under that tower. Instead, he's going to go back to the camp. He wants to sacrifice that hovering death. He's going to get some XP out of it as well. And you take these little W's, these little things like that. It might just seem like, oh, I used an ult for a camp. That might be what it seems like at face value, but you're getting a little more gold, a little more XP, and that adds up to the snowball that we saw from Garf's Goblins in game 1. Oh, Wild Hunt's going to secure that Z, but he's going to make it back to that tier 1 tower. And Porging Way is getting a lot of pressure. Thanks to my friends, though, you won't be feeling very aggressive for long. Cern going to have to dash out of there. Beads comes out as well as the dash. Cern is utilizing everything to get out of that Hades ultimate, who was recovered from, moved all the way from solo lane and made his way over here for a good gank, but not good enough. That is alive and well Cern under that tower. Athena dashes in, trying to get a taunt off, but does not secure the taunt. Athena might be in a bit of a rough position. Thanatos getting some good damage off, and Sunprod's on the loose. You better put him in check, or he's going to get some kills in his pocket. That's one for Kill Cam Kenny. They're looking to get some more kills, and hovering from the sky. Sunprod's going to fall, though. And Indigo is going to fall as well. Drunk Diplomat getting another kill for Garf's Goblins, and they're continuing their rampage here in the early game.
Here comes LDG Fish looking to even the scales a bit in this mid lane. He plucks Anubis.
Oh my goodness, the Death Gaze comes out, almost gets the Zeus kill, but does not get enough damage out. That's going to be easy cleanup for LDG Fish. Go grab the mop book. You got a mess in the middle lane. Easy mess to clean up. Fish feeling himself here. And he's getting a couple more kills on the board. Fish is trying to get fed. Fish is trying to do what he can for this team, but there's only so much you can do against the aggressive fellas over at Garf's Goblins.
They have that Thanatos, and that Thanatos has their Jotun's Wrath. That's an early game menace right there. Garf's Goblins pushing that as far as they can take it. Mordred even making rotations from solo lane, following Indigo, saying, hey, anywhere you can go, I can go better. Because I've got my giant screw you chase the enemy ultimate that says there is no escape for anybody from me. And in this mid lane, we're still seeing Anubis and Zeus kind of go back and forth. I mean, Dest just popping off a bit, grabbing a couple kills and assists to get his items online. He's got that soul gem to go with his Book of Thoth. Zeus already responding by having their anti-heal it's really coming down to the junglers to influence this mid lane too much. I think by themselves, Zeus and Anubis, they just kind of farm and look at each other until maybe Athena or Thanatos shows up and says, all right, time to fight, buddy boys.
Sunproud wants to fight all the time. I mean, look, chasing down Athena in their own jungle. Yamoja with the knockback. That's going to put Daichi in a rough position. Kill cam. Kenny's going to be grabbing a kill for Garf's Goblin. Susano comes out trying to secure himself, but he's not going to be able to. That's another kill for the Goblins, and they're doing great. Let's take a look at where we're at here. 11 and a half minutes in. Garf's Goblins have 12 kills. Content Team 6 have 5. They are down 6K gold as well, and Garf's Goblins yet again maintaining that early lead from game 1. They took that confidence, that aggression from game 1, bringing it here, and they are finding great success right now. But we're only 11 minutes in, which means that Content Team 6 has a lot of time to react. So how do they react, Musi? How do they act on the actions that have taken place from Garf's Goblins, and how do they come back with a better position in the game?
We got to get Zeus fed. We got to get our Lightning Bringer up in the sky and plump and fed with items and power and taunts. Just back him up. That is the president. You got to protect the president. Zeep, though, fall into Sunprod in that dual lane. Unfortunate, just widening the gap there. Mordred in the ult. Here comes Garf's Goblins.
Uh-oh, they're looking to get a kill on Fish over here on the side, but reinforcements have showed up. Good ultimate from Zeus. That's going to put Garfield on the retreat. Yamoja comes out, and that's going to secure Fish and Zeus on the backside. Sunprod coming in from out of nowhere. That's going to be 2 kills for the pockets of Garf's Goblins, and the rest of Content Team 6 are on the retreat. They're going to give up that tier 1 tower. It's not worth it, man. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Going in a little deep there, Susano testing the waters, and they're a little wavy this time of year. Oh, that's a good defense. They're not giving up the tier 1 tower. They're defending it. They cleared the wave, and they pushed off some bodies. They still got some damage to their name. Content Team 6 is in no way out of this match yet.
They've got the tools that they need. Oh, no. Diplomat. It's just a boy, Diplomat. A good blink from Jingwei might be able to turn it.
Wait a minute. Usar's barely going to get out of there. Oh, man. What he thought was going to be easy cleaning turned out to be a bit more mess than this mop can handle. Jingwei ult comes out, but Cern's already back to the base. It is what it is. You tried for it, and it just wasn't there. Knocked on the door, but nobody was home. And you take it at face value. You realize, hey, I'll have an opportunity later. This won't be the last time that we meet, Diplomat. This time, maybe be a little more sober there, drunk.
Jingwei has a lot of sustain because of Death's Temper as well as Devo's, but not enough to live through Kill Cam Kenny. Where was the rest of them? Was it just Kenny? Oh, it shines down! It's not even close to over.
More kills happening in the Content Team 6 jungle. Garf's Goblins just don't care. They're on the retreat. Des is going to grab a kill here, but Indigo taking Sunprod out before he falls to the afterlife. He may be looking for another, putting some good aggression on the Anubis, but Anubis is hitting hard this time of year. Indigo is going to retreat back to that solo lane tier 2. He's trying to get away from the Mordred. A bit of action happening in the dual lane as well as Athena is on the retreat, getting chased down by the Cernunnos. Good slow with the freeze stance. Winter stance is going to have you feeling a little cold, and it's rather cold. Hope you've got a sweater to handle the great scale wintertime. Man, oh man, Content Team 6, they're looking to fight back. They're grabbing a couple kills where they can. They're grabbing every little bit of gold that they can find on the map, every bit and piece to help them climb their way back to the top. But Garf's Goblins are stepping on their fingers and crushing their toes, saying, you do not belong on the top of the mountain, friendo. This is for ours to take.
That Cernunnos build is toxic, too. They have Fatalis to go with the slow on the in-hand autos. Even with the Jingwei ult, you know she's not getting away. Athena's here, too, though.
Mordred ult is going to catch him off. Oh my god, the Wild Hunt followed by the Mordred ult. And that's going to be bad news bears for Content Team 6. These bears are going to be running like Goldilocks. How are they going to handle the pressure from Garf's Goblins? That's 2 bodies down in a blink of an eye. And they're looking to grab a third as Zeus is on the retreat back to the Phoenix. Hovering Death comes out. Bada bing, bada boom. Sunprod going to grab another kill for Garf's Goblins.
Huge on the side for Garf's Goblins. The train just doesn't stop. All aboard. We're going straight to the moon once again. Garf's Goblins just such a good job at finding these early leads and just translating them to victories throughout the game. The train doesn't stop. It never ends. The pressure keeps mounting. Cernanos is in solo lane now. We're done with dual lane. We want new toys. We want a pyromancer. We want to take a look at this fire giant. It's just non-stop. Content Team 6 is trying to do everything they can to slow down this snowball. They've got the heaters on lock. We have flamethrowers in tow. We have the technology, but it's very difficult because Garf's Goblins, the further they get ahead, the harder it is to try to get them down. Mordred picking up a Phoenix Feather, so the moment that you get him to low health, he's just back up on it. Cernunos finishing up that Executioner to go with that Autumn stance. It doesn't matter what defenses you have. You're getting shredded. Thanatos finishes up Titan's Bane and Brawlers. He smacks you with the Scythe. It takes everything from you, and you can't even respond. And you can't kill Anubis because he has so much lifesteal and a Bloodbound book to give him that shield too. And Yamoja is here too to make sure that you can't even find the opportunity to do anything to anybody because you're getting walled off and launched into the loving, deathly arms of death itself with Sunprod. Content Team 6, they need to get a pick over in this dual lane. You know, you see Cernunos there. Find an aggressive stance to take against a member who is feeling a little too cocky and take it and run.
Take it and run. That's exactly what Content Team 6 needs to do in order to get back in this. But on the opposite end of that spectrum, well, hold on just a minute. Defender of Olympus comes out. Nah, barely gonna make it out of there. Shout out Phantom Shell is gonna make sure that LDG Fish makes it back to the base in order to heal up a little bit because, wow, he almost got wiped by that Anubis. I don't think that's gonna be the end of the fight, though. That's gonna be a stun locked down as Daishi's gonna get taken out by Kill Cam Kenny. Dingway is gonna utilize that ultimate to get back under into the Titan room, into the loving arms of the Titan, saying, help me, daddy, please. They hurt hard. You do not want to face Garf's Goblins without a little bit of help. And that is why we are seeing that turtling from Content Team 6 hanging out under the Phoenixes and under these towers saying we need a bit of extra help to handle these guys because otherwise we might be cooked. We might be boned. We might be deboned and eaten alive by the hungry members of Garf's Goblins as they look to go straight to that fire giant and get one in their pockets before they begin what could be the final push.
Zeus getting harassed by Mordred 2. Lord Garfield himself taking to the battlefield, leading by example, saying, follow me, men. We are going straight to the W, and I will lead you there because Mordred can and will just box these characters when he has this level lead. Up goes Athena. Can anyone respond?
Athena having to dash back into that tower. Zeus getting some good damage off. You better wait for your friends there. You don't want to get caught off guard. And here they are. Friendship. This is teamwork right here. All 5 members pushing on that Phoenix. Zeus ult comes out getting some good damage off, but that's not going to stop the Phoenix from falling. That is 1 Phoenix down for our Content Team 6. That is a rough position for them. This could be the final push if they don't play their cards right. Wild Hunt comes out. Sunprod's in the air looking to come down with a crash landing. Going to grab a kill. When he does, Defender of Olympus is not going to do enough to save his life. Zeep is going to grab a kill. That's going to be 2. That's going to be 3. That's going to be 3 for Garf's Goblins. This could be 4 unless they defend that Titan well. Good damage coming out from the Jingwei, but Drunk Diplomat's going to be grabbing a kill. That's 4 bodies down for Content Team 6. Jingwei is doing their best. Utilize those little wings and flutter yourself away, but this butterfly is going to get smacked by the mosquito. Oh my god. That is 5 bodies down, and there is nothing in the way of the victory for Garf's Goblins. They're going to take game 2 of the set.
That is gnarly. They did it again, Mort. They found the lead, and they took it straight to the enemy Titan. As it goes down, you can see the gap just getting infinitely wider. Garf's Goblins closes out this game 2. Dude, and they did it so cleanly. Big, the Garf, the graphic. Thanks, Tess. Thank you. It doesn't get much better than that. That's how you know it's a big win for Big Garf today. I can't. I got no words for that, man.
Good gravy. Merciful Neptune. I don't know. That's Big Garf. If you ever
That's a
wondered
Big
who
Garf.
Big Garf was, that's Big Garf right there.
Look at he looks like that's the
Where's this come
that's
from? Who did this?
the face of a winner.
Who's responsible for this? Why is this here? This I certainly know that this isn't Hi-rez. This is
That's a sanctioned mascot right there.
Oh my god.
I'm getting
Look.
DMs from Garfield right now. He says, I love lasagna. And they love winning games too. You saw it.
Oh my god. All right. Thanks, Tess, for that. So, Garf's Goblins sweeping the set. Let's get serious here. This is the Founder Series after all. We're goofing off a bit much here.
I'm locked in.
Garf's Goblins taking game 2 of the set. They are handling themselves pretty well in the last chance qualifiers. As for Content Team 6, you've done great. You've done well. I loved what I saw, but you just can't handle the pressure from Big Garf and the rest of his Goblins because look at the performance that we've seen from some of these players. I mean, Sunprod doing his absolute best to get the ball rolling for his laners early. Des took a little while to pop off, but once Des got to that point, Anubis was unstoppable. I mean, just big damage across the board, lifesteal that was hard to take away, especially because they didn't build anti-heal. I mean, Anubis was a threat. Let me put a little respect on the man Kill Cam Kenny. Holy crap. 5-0 and 18. Talk about kill participation, which is exactly what you want to see from your support. And handling everything the way he did. That is CC, healing, throwing in walls, and locking down members of Content Team 6. Talk about a support right there.
I mean, hey, if my support's 5-0 and 18, I'm a happy man. And you know that they were putting out so much damage with that Glad Shield online as well. It's gross. Yamoja just spams out so many abilities. She makes it happen. And we saw Kill Kim Kenny, the ultimates that they were putting out decided fights then and there, separating the members of Content Team 6 from the rest of their team so that Garf's Goblins was just able to cut and munch. They ate up the competition there, taking small bites courtesy of Kill Cam Kenny's excellent slicing and dicing work on that map. All around, Garf's Goblins was on fire the whole way through.
Well, that's going to clear up the action for us in the sewer tonight. We have done our maintenance work. We have cleaned up our messes. We're going to be standing on home. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Shout out, Tess, for doing what you do and putting up that Garf sign. Shout out to Musi for joining us here. Incredible performance, my friend. And also shout out to Redacted, who is representing OCE for us, who made this possible, getting this set recorded for us. And they're going to be live in just a couple of hours on Smite Game to handle some of the OCE action. So if you haven't had your daily fix of Smite 2 competitive, don't go anywhere. Oh, actually, you need to go somewhere. You need to make your way to Smite Game. Yeah, it's just a click of the link. Promise, it's not that hard. You know, you just it's
that way. It's not here.
It's not. It might be that way. I don't know. Okay. Just click on Smite Game, watch some awesome action, and thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you all very soon.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Smite in the Sewer. Rocky goes above, we're looking for Pagon here, baby. You're coming to party, you're gonna party in the grave. Sheepto gets put down for trade by Rat Milk.
Holy Pentashell, Batman.
Porfa, mire atrás, es un infeliz de horror. No puede ser yo, inmediatamente matado por parte de Well aún antes del partido empezó. Movimientos escuchado y acá está el apoyo. Ha reversado los ojos, ha reversado los miembros. Jisoo muerto, matanza por Belona. Y dos miembros más puede ser F6. Ellos han tomado tus consejos, Piku.
F6.
Juan ha perdido.
Anubis lived again. What am I?
Get him! Some instigation there, but the spear wins this time around. Gets the double kill. Beautiful work by Hi-rez. Unfavorable odds. They take it in spades. Bologna trying to finish the job now. Chains and whips excite me, they say. That Gunger's Might does awful damage. The minions trying to participate. The bludgeon will not be juked, but they might be outranged. The Amanita, and now with renewed fighting spirit, they dive back in. Delayed triple kill. Hi-rez stays strong. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the quickness with Smite in the sewer. Hi-rez in the ground. First blood. Wow, Tess, nice work. Just in time. I'm D-Lo. Joined here by Blaine.
To the pregame, the clock hasn't even started yet. What?
Yeah, I was about to say, if 30 seconds in the game, buddy, you sure about that one? Welcome to Smite 2 casting, all right? It's kooky out here.
Put out a bunch of damage, gathering around this Anubis, popping 5 shells. 5, Tilo, 5
Show the sheet.
shells.
Show the sheet.
It's time.
No,
Do the
Tess,
sheet.
bring it back. Tess, bring it back. We gotta show
Production, put me back in the sheet. I don't care
Bring it
about
back. Bring it back. Bring it
that's
back. Bring it
not
back.
relevant. Look at this.
Look at that.
Buy,
Look at that.
Buy right
Look
now.
at that. Profit.
Right now. Boom. You win. You literally win all the time. It's